I have in front of me here a premium mini Wi-Fi keyboard. You can see it basically here. This is a product I've tested over the last couple of days. Really like it. It's primarily designed for use in conjunction with Android set-top boxes, like we're going to demonstrate it here. But you could also use it potentially with PCs, or you could indeed use it with an Android tablet or an Android phone. I'll just discuss that maybe a little bit later in the video. But primarily people are getting this for Android boxes. So let's just see how it comes. This is the outer box that comes in here. There's a little user manual here, just gives a quick overview on it. It's in English. There's a cable here, and on one end we have a USB output, and on the other we have a mini USB, or micro USB, and we use that for actually charging the device itself. If we look then, we'll just see the design here. We have the keyboard here. We also have a scroll pad here, so we can just move it around, basically the mouse on the screen. And then we have the selection keys here for changing volume, things like this, also for making selections and up and down on the menu. Then there's various things that are really handy, like home buttons, etc., and escape buttons here. So I'll cover a little bit this later in the demonstration. I'm just going to turn the unit over now. And if we look in the back here, we'll see there's an open name with an arrow forward on it. So it's in here that the Wi-Fi dongle will be found. We've taken it out already, just removed it. And there is a lithium-ion battery here. Big advantage of lithium-ion batteries is we don't need it to get to a totally flat point before we can recharge it. So we can just put it back on charge. So a few points here. In terms of how would we go and charge this? Well, when we come along and we charge it, we can charge it directly off the USB port on the box, which most people could do. We could have an accessory product, we'll say like a USB charger here, just put it straight in and charge it that way. In terms of the actual setup on it here, what we're going to do is now, I have the Wi-Fi dongle here attached already. We've put it into the USB port in this box here, and we have this actual keyboard here has been fully charged. If we just come along and we look at the top of it, we'll see the micro USB port for charging in this here. We have an on-off switch here. I'm just going to slide this over into the on position, okay? And we'll just see the light comes on it. Now there's an energy save on this, so even if we leave it in the on position, if we haven't hit the keyboard, we'll say in about 5 minutes or so, it just goes in and freezes, or it just turns itself into a standby mode. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm actually just going to come around to the front of the unit and we'll have a quick look at this. So the first thing to note is we have a menu screen up here. So most people I think will probably be using the scroll facility on it. So we see the mouse here, we can just scroll it along. And if we wanted to go into, let's say, online video, we can just go directly in. Or if we wanted to go straight in there, like that. If we want to escape from there, we can just go back up a level by the escape button. We can actually hit the home button, it'll bring us directly all the way back here. If we come along here, we can go to settings, all the rest of it. So just click on my apps. And what I can do here is I can simply arrow down here through the sections, and we can just see, we can just scroll through very quickly compared to other things. And what I'll do here is I'll actually come over as far as the calculator here, and I'll just go in and just show how we could use the calculator here. So we could actually come along and we can choose a number, we'll say number 8, but equally we just go directly from the keyboard 1, 2, 2, and say I want to multiply that by 6. And we'll just come down as far as the equals button there, and we can just scroll up then to clear it, or so here, clear. And what we can do then is we can just go directly all the way back out by hitting the home button there. Compared to the different mice that I've and keyboards we've used in the past, this is far superior. It really is great. It just makes using something like this is the T10, our top Android box here, just makes using it far more pleasurable experience. It's really super. Now, I'm just going to show you one or two unusual sort of things that we could do with it as well here. And one of the examples would be is, we could use an OTG cable, which we can see here, and we could connect this directly off the base of our Android phone here. And I just push this in here. Hopefully now I'll get it right. So we have it in here, and what we can actually do is we can put the dongle directly in here, and what that will mean is we can actually come along here and we could use this keyboard to actually grab control directly of our Android phone from the keyboard here, so to be able to communicate directly into it. Now you might think, we'll say, well, I can't think of any practical reasons for that, but if we say we had a Wi-Fi connection going from our phone, if we had an app running on our phone, running directly over here, we could have this Wi-Fi dongle going off it here, and we could have the keyboard there. So if we had it set up, we could actually be operating the apps that are looking at the television directly off of this. So there's a lot of extra things that can be done with it here, but that's just one that we came up with when we're reflecting on different ways we could set it up. But overall, we'll say, compared to the other keyboards we've tried here, because what we did initially there was we had a standard keyboard that was just okay, worked reasonably well, but a bit flimsy. But we brought in lots of different samples, and of all the different ones we tested, I found the user interface in this is probably the best. It comes in at a good price point as well. So that's it anyway, an overview of the premium mini Wi-Fi keyboard.